our way up to Minnesota this weekend to do some hunting with some friends of ours up there from Hardcore. We're going to be hunting some late season mallards and trying to bring you some tips this week on hunting these late season mallards. These are the last of the ducks to migrate down. They've been held up there for a couple weeks now, so we're going to go up and try and hunt it the last weekend of the season. And some of the things we try to do near the end of the season here with these ducks, they've been highly pressured. They've been shot at all season. Right now they're basically driven by their need for food. It's in the 20s up there. This coming weekend it's going to be in the single digits. Some of the tactics we use for these late season mallards is when they're coming to feed, they're going to be coming in bigger groups. They're going to be coming in groups of a couple hundred or more. So that's what you can expect. So we want to make sure we're hidden real well. One of the things we've said it time and time again this past season was these newer low profile blinds that Hardcore has, the run and gunner blinds. We're going to be utilizing those a lot. It keeps you lower in the corn stubble, breaks up a lot of your shadows. You can stubble and pretty much blend right into your surroundings. We're going to be hunting the X for sure. There's only several fields up there that we know of that these ducks are using, coming back and forth from their water source. So we know they're already coming there. We're going to try and keep the calling to a minimal unless we have to, unless these ducks tell us that they want to hear something different. We don't want to do a lot of calling. They're already comfortable being there. So we're just going to let them come and see what happens. One of the other things we like to do is we use a lot of goose decoys this time of year. Along with the ducks, we're running at least 7 dozen to 12, 14 dozen duck decoys out there, but at the same time, we're going to be using a lot of goose decoys. One, it helps with confidence in these birds that sit in these fields during the day, and the geese and the ducks, they're out feeding together, so we're going to be using goose decoys. Two, it helps a lot with visibility. A lot of times these ducks fly at higher altitudes this time of year. They can see those goose decoys down in that field, so we're going to be using a lot more goose decoys than we typically do when we're hunting mallards, just for those 2 reasons alone. When you go on a late season hunt like this, as much as you don't want to be out in the elements when it's 10 degrees outside, you want to try to plan to be there all day. And the reason for this is a lot of times these ducks, these geese, they'll feed at different times of day. Sometimes you only get a morning feed, you'll get an afternoon feed. A lot of times this time of year, you've got ducks that'll feed in the morning, afternoon, in the evening. They'll feed 3 times a day. Sometimes they'll only feed once a day. And that's going to depend on the weather too, whether it's going to be sunny or cloudy. If it's a sunny morning out, they're going to sit on that water and they're going to soak up as much of that sun as they have to. They're not going to burn energy going out to eat and coming back when they've got that sun to keep them warm. They're going to wait until that wind starts to blow and starts to get them moving around, and they have to get up and get on the move and find some food. So stay tuned next week to the X on Realtree.com to see how this late season mallard hunt up in Minnesota turns out.